There are two cabin air filters for the Tesla Model Y, and Tesla recommends replacing them approximately every 2 years. Dirty filters can restrict airflow through your climate control system, meaning less air from the vents and more work for the blower fan. The original Tesla filters cost about $20 each. You can also buy a compatible set on Amazon, 2 for the price of 1. Either way, replacing them yourself takes approximately 20 minutes. I'll show you the correct removal order, the airflow direction, and the side panel that was easily the hardest part of the entire job. You'll need 2 replacement cabin air filters, a 6mm socket or small ratchet, and a plastic automotive trim tool. A small flathead screwdriver can work in a pinch, but I strongly recommend the plastic trim tool. It makes the job easier and much less likely to scratch or damage the interior panels. I'll link the filters and the trim tool in the video description. Before removing anything, turn off the climate control system. Move the front passenger seat all the way back and remove the floor mat. This gives you as much working room as possible because everything is located inside the passenger footwell against the center console. Start with the lower panel underneath the glove box. Carefully release these clips that hold the panel in place. Support the panel as you lower it because the footwell light and speaker are still connected. Disconnect the light by pinching this area of the plastic. It will slide out. The speaker is connected by simply pulling on it, so there is no locking mechanism. Do not pull on the wires themselves, pull on the connector. Next, remove the carpeted panel from the passenger side of the center console. This is the most difficult part of the job, at least it was for me. It doesn't require any special knowledge or tools, but the panel fits tightly and you don't want to bend it. You need to yank it out of position where there's these little white clips behind. You can use a plastic trim tool to help create a small opening for your fingers and then carefully work your way along the panel. I couldn't tell if it was better to start at the top or the bottom. It seemed to work either way. You'll pull close to each clip inside and you'll make a hard yank and you'll hear it snap out and release. Once the clips release, move the panel out of the way. Behind the panel is the cabin filter access cover. It's a tall, narrow cover on the side of the HVAC housing. Depending on your Model Y's build date, this cover may use a 6mm screw or it'll have a simple retaining tab like mine. If yours has the screw, remove it with a 6mm socket and put it somewhere safe. If it uses the tab, you'll just squeeze the tab and open and tilt the cover outward. 2 filters stacked vertically. The upper filter comes out first. Fold the upper filter's pull tab outward and hold the tab and carefully slide the upper filter straight out. It's quite easy. Here is what the filter looks like after approximately 2 years. To remove the lower filter, grab the tab and slide the filter up and then out. If you own a Model Y and this video is helping you, please subscribe. I'm going to build a no-fluff Tesla maintenance library using my own car, as well as the newer Model Y. Now let's reinstall the new filters. On the side of the filter, there will be a black arrow, and you want that arrow to point towards the rear of the vehicle. That lets the filters work in the proper direction. First, we're going to drop in the lower filter. So we'll slide it in and let it fall down. You can push that tab out of the way or leave it sticking out, but as long as it gets smashed when you put the cover on, that will be fine. Next, you can insert the top air filter and slide it sideways. Now, you can install the plastic cover, and you're going to want to connect the top portion first, and then it'll tilt down like a small door, and it'll click in place if you have the tab. Otherwise, you will tighten it up with a 6mm screw and install that screw gently and by hand. You don't want to over tighten it. Now we need to reinstall the carpeted console panel. The key is aligning all the clips before pushing hard. I found it works better by starting at the bottom and then even looking down from the top to help align each of those white clips. And you can begin by positioning the panel correctly in front of each one and then pressing directly over each clip until they snap in place. If the edge looks uneven, don't keep hitting it. Pull that section back out slightly, realign the clip, and try again. If you break any of the white clips or they fall off, you can buy a 20-pack for $5. Reconnect the speaker and the footwell light by clipping them back in place. And then you will bring that entire section up and hold it there as you start to reinsert the 4 automotive tabs. It's easiest if you keep the clips together with the center punch piece fully retracted. If the holes don't want to line up, you can use a screwdriver to align the 2 holes and then try inserting again. Next, reinstall the floor mat and return the passenger seat to its normal position. On newer Tesla software, you may also have the option to record the replacement and reset the cabin filter maintenance interval. Open the controls, select service, and then maintenance. If cabin air filter appears, record or reset the replacement. If you don't see this option, the menu can depend on your current software version. And that's it. The complete job takes approximately 20 minutes. One of the things I really like about the Model Y is just how little scheduled maintenance it requires. Tesla recommends replacing these filters every 2 years. Spending $20 every 2 years on a filter is insignificant compared to maintaining a conventional vehicle. You can order the Tesla filters for $20 each. They also have compatible Amazon filters that cost $20 for 2, and people have reported really good results. I'll put a link in the video description for both options. Now that your cabin airflow is handled, your Tesla Model Y's front camera might be the next thing that needs some attention. If you're getting warnings about the front camera being hazy or it pops up with some alerts, especially in direct sunlight, then go ahead and watch this video and I'll show you how to clean it in approximately 10 minutes.